Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we go from fast and fancy to rough and tumble. This, of course, is the Autobot Micromaster G1 Battle Patrol, and they're going to be our focus in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night, whenever it is you're catching this. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, NL, and me everywhere. And this is the Autobot Battle Patrol. They're rough, they're tough, they're a cool set, they're a cool team. And they're the first team that we're looking at here who has a kind of a great departure in terms of an alt mode by incorporating a plane into the mix. 2 out of 4 of these guys have also been updated, quite well I might add. Nevertheless, just how strong are the G1 guys? Well, we're about to find out when we head over to the table. Take a closer look at them. So what do you do when race cars just won't do? You call in the Battle Patrol. These military-inspired lads make up the next Autobot team, and just like with the Race Car Patrol, that weren't really race cars, this team thus far have had 2 out of their 4 members updated. And that being said, they all look cohesive. This looks like a nice group. Granted, Flak is the one who probably sticks out the most, but they do look like a nice group. They look like they belong together. And they are led by Big Shot. And that's where we're going to begin. And Big Shot fancies himself to be a, well, Big Shot. If you are more familiar with the Siege line, then he has been renamed as Top Shot here. It's a nice homage to this. The kind of cannon is much smaller on the Siege one, and for some reason the Siege one has brown tires instead of black. This one rolls pretty great, I guess. I mean, as good as any Micromaster is going to roll. This guy actually rolls, I think, a little bit better. There's definitely more paint on this guy, but they use actual colored plastics on this dude. What can I say? I like the updated version. I like the original. Taking the updated out of it, the conversion for this guy, again, it's one of these situations where it's not hard. We can come in here and fold out the legs and stand our little lad up and bring his arms forward. I would advise leaving the kind of cannon down behind and give him a 3rd stabilizing leg, because he is a bit top heavy, to be honest with you. So it's something that would probably kind of help his stability at least a little bit. He looks good, I guess. You know, like I don't have any problem with him. Let's put it that way. I kind of like that his arms are sort of separate from the shoulders. Now, granted, they're little, you know, they're little fuddy-duddy stubby arms, but I almost see it more as an elbow. Now, his articulation, it's kind of what you would expect from a Micromaster, I guess. Like, the arms can go actually well forward. They can't go out to the side at all. He can get in a seated position. The knees are independently articulated from one another. It's your typical Micromaster, and here he is next to his updated Siege version. You know, I don't know, I dig both of them. The Siege, I feel like the colors used on the Siege pop a little better. Like, I sort of like the brown a little bit better. Beige is beige, but the blue even looks a bit brighter on the Siege. So, it's a nice homage, but I think the Siege actually, in this case, pulls it off just a little bit better. Now, of course, he's not the only one we had updated. Enter our green little tank lad, and of course we have the Siege one in back here and the G1 up front. Very similar. That being said, the Siege one has more gray on it instead of as much beige, and there's this line right here on the Siege one, but you can see, like, it's definitely a respectable update to Flak. Taking that out of it, Flak rolls very nicely, perhaps the best roller on his team. To transform the guy, you straighten out the legs, you stand him up, you flip back the kind of front of the tank, and the treads, they come out forward to make his little arms, and there's a lot of beige on the body here. He is one of the more posable ones, I feel like, because though the arms still only go forward and back, like they swing very nice and freely, they're a nice size. He again can get in the seated position, the knees are separate, nothing kind of bangs into anything else here, so I absolutely kind of dig it. It's funny, you know, that he's so good, because I feel like in the Siege line, at least so far, from the Micromasters that we've gotten, I feel like Flak is one of, if not arguably, the best we've gotten. And here is the updated version next to the G1. And you can see that, again, nice homage. We have more gray in the Siege one, but like it's no mistaking. If you know Flak, it's no mistaking who this is. You'll notice that I haven't given any scores yet. I'm saving that for the whole team at the end, though it's probably pretty easy to tell kind of what the scores will be here. Of course, that being said, we do have, again, 2 members of this team that have not yet been updated. Because this is on loan to me by friend of the channel, Wayne, we might not get a chance to actually do a side-by-side comparison should those other 2 members get released later on down the line. But nevertheless, we'll have a look at their G1 iterations here now. That being good old Sidetrack and the oddball of the group, the plain Sunrunner. So we're going to look at Sidetrack very quickly first, and Sidetrack rolls very nicely. Not quite as nicely as Flak, but pretty nicely all the same. In terms of conversion here, the front this time flips down to make the legs. We come up over the top, and the kind of rear section of the tank folds down. These blasters fold up, and we bring the little tread arms forward. And there you go, we stand him up. He looks good. Again, can get in the seated position. The knees and lower legs are like they can move separate from each other, although he's connected at the knees. The arms, they can go around 360, no problem. That's all the articulation you're getting. Flip out the legs. Instead of flipping a piece back, you flip it down over the front of his chest. It's pretty simple, just like most of these. But then we get to Sunrunner. And while Sunrunner admittedly isn't exactly, you know, gonna kind of break the creativity barrier here, he is, I guess, slightly different because he's a plane. So for this guy, and he rolls great, I guess, but I mean, really, let's be honest, you want to pick him up and go. I'm making plane noises for those who don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it any good, but you know. Hey, I'm doing it. You flip out his legs like we've done with all these dudes. You take this and you flip it down over his chest like we've done with all these dudes. And you flip the wings back and you... How is it that you do this? There you go. And you flip down his arms at the elbow. And you have Sunrunner. Now, his articulation means he has an elbow, but like his entire upper arm is attached. Again, he can get in a seated position. He can bend his knees, you know. Like I said, it's not creativity that's going to break the mold or anything, so to speak. It's nothing that's going to astound anyone, but like, it's slightly different, maybe, kind of. And indeed, the Battle Patrol does look good together in robot mode as well. And what can I say? Coloration, paint apps, you know, 10, I guess. The articulation, it's comparable to Prime Masters, Titan Masters, except, you know, it's 30 years earlier. It's just before that kind of Beast Wars era, even the Car Robots era where you did have some more articulation instead of just a brick. I think it was good for the time. I'll give it at least a 5. The conversion is pretty simple, you know, 10. You can fiddle with them back and forth. Look, here's the thing. The Race Car Patrol, when I looked at them, had the exact same scores. I don't know, I guess it averages out to be a 7 or an 8. I guess this is a 7 or an 8. Like, it's not amazing or astonishing, but you know what? You did get 4 figures at one time. You did get 4 characters at one time to kind of bolster your Autobot or Decepticon ranks, and we'll talk about that soon. And they were fun. They were fun little figures that you could roll into your make-believe battles and just have a good time with. The Battle Patrol here, I really dig them. I really dig them because we have some different vehicles and we even have a plane thrown in the mix. And here we are once again, and this is another great Autobot team. Yes, they're small, they're simple, but they're fun, man. They're just good, old-fashioned fun. And I think Flak was the strongest one out of this set. I still think Flak is the strongest in modern day Siege updates to this team, although we only have 2 out of the 4 members, admittedly, at least so far as of this recording. Top Shot, he was okay, or Big Shot if you will. He was okay, he is okay. The other 2 members of this team, I'd love to see them updated if the updates can be done well. Nevertheless, I think for as simple as these guys are, they still pretty much hold up. That being said, it's nice to see a little added articulation in the legs, and in terms of Flak especially, in his arms, in the Siege line. Anyway, let me know what you think about their original G1 iterations. You know I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate you giving me some of your extremely valuable time, and I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit right here inside the videos.